naturalism. Um, so naturally, we have full body movement in our bodies. Um, Certain different kind of clothing can restrict chi, can also restrict movement. It's like if you wear like a suit or a tie and certain pants, you can't move around the way that our bodies were naturally adapted to move around. So there's a lot of drawbacks from our conscious psyche that we've created of not being able to be without clothes. And the fact that we're so hypersexually stimulated that when someone is naked, to automatically like sex is a beautiful thing. It's beautiful to enjoy yourself and to have sex, and um, these things are great. But nudity in itself is not sexual. Nudity in itself is natural. The problem is why we lost our freedom of our true self, and why we can't be like the rest of the animals, and we feel guilt, shame, fear, and resentment, is because we don't know how to control ourselves, and that is not taught to us by the culture, or society. There's many, everybody's ancestors at one point were naked. It was normal. They had free movement. Um, we put ourselves in boxes now. We limit our movement. Our ancestors used to travel far and wide. We weren't really tied down to all this materialism. Things were a lot simpler. So if you think about it, from a anthropological way of looking at the world, humans are far removed from their natural state. And so a lot of the ways that we are acting is out of alignment with our true nature. And it's all because of the lack of consent, and people not receiving consent, or people not being able to handle it when other people look at them a certain way. They're not able to stand up for themselves and their boundaries. So all of us are culturally conditioned now to live in the ways that we live. Like, imagine a world where you didn't have to lock everything. In a lot of small towns around the country, all around the world, people don't steal. They respect one another. They can go outside of the nude and be fine. It's the problems of society that create these laws and these regulations that restrict us, and ultimately, because we're not in our natural state, we really can't be happy. We've forgotten what our natural state is, but our body biologically knows what our natural state of being is, and we're so far removed from that. We are addicted to all these things that we really don't need. So that's just something to think about. I highly recommend going back and watching this live. Every time I end this live, it says that it's locked. So I need to find a way to change that so that it doesn't show that it's locked. I want people to be able to view these lives. I really hope that I'm not being restricted from freedom of speech. Um, so yeah, uh, nobody wants to be a part of a consumer society where their freedom of speech is being limited. No one really wants to. So hopefully that's just a setting on my phone. But we shall see. We shall figure it out. And the things that I'm talking about are are really normal. Now I'm really upset with P Diddy and what he did to those children, because I was institutionalized. I was in foster care, and the same thing that P Diddy did to those boys, that happened to me when I was in state-ran institutions. I did not appreciate what happened to me. Um, but in many ways, as adults, if children were not involved, and honestly, I really wanted to hurt those people very badly with what those people did to me. I held a lot of anger, vengeance, and feelings like that in my emotional body for some time, and it became toxic. And I kind of had to learn how to forgive and forget. But honestly, It all comes down to consent. It doesn't sound to me like that man had any idea of what consent was. So we could be living and having fun like that and having parties through consent as adults on tropical islands picking fresh fruits. There's nothing wrong with that. But then idiots like this guy have to come and fuck it up for all of us. And it really fucking pisses me off. You know, um, uh, my whole life I've just wanted to live in utopia. I wanted to wake up in the morning, run down to the ocean, swim a couple of miles, grab a spear, spear my food, catch it, be able to walk around in the nude, enjoy myself, feel the breeze, without the fear of other people trying to take advantage of me against consent, and just be a normal animal like all the rest of the animals in the animal kingdom. I was watching the ducks and the geese yesterday. I'm just like, man, it must be nice to be a duck and a goose. He just flies around, swims all day, finds his food, and has, hopefully, I don't know what the ducks do, but hopefully it's consensual with the rest of the ducks. And I'm just like, wow, it could literally be that simple. It could literally be that simple if we could all just act right. We could literally be running around, swimming in the buff.
Okay, about to spinning.
Enjoying our lives on an island, giving each other massages, eating fresh fruit off the trees. And that's what I want. That's the life I want to fucking live. And I don't want to be around anybody that doesn't understand that respect for one another.
Doesn't understand what? Understand?
You don't understand? It's all good, homie. It's in your DNA.
Don't be all wrong when people don't understand.
99.9% of our ancestors were in the nude, enjoying themselves, just living a basic life. It's not that complicated, people. Everyone has overextended themselves, so every time the economy drops, people end up becoming homeless. It's ridiculous. People need to get their shit together. All right, everybody. Natural love, peace, bliss, and eternal ecstasy to you and you guys for all of eternity.
Whoa, say that again.
Peace out.
Say that again.
And peace within.
What was that again? Matt. What was that again? Massive what?
Huh?
Massive peace and love what?